From System Gaming, it is MAXPAX. In the bottom left side, he's facing off against the Korean Terran. The red colors is what he wears right now. He's from Shopify Rebellion. It is Byun. Already being a little bit sneaky with a barracks position there that you don't necessarily suspect immediately as MAXPAX, but we'll see how that goes. He's putting down his gateway near his main nexus right there, trying to avoid easy rotations around that mineral line, it looks like. As we do have a double gas opening here from Byun. That's something to consider. Going to get himself quite a bit of tech here early on. Go in with those aggressive units. What they will be, we don't quite know just yet. Another thing here, I suppose, for MAXPAX is as well, seeing the double gas, it muddies the water as to what this could be a little bit, right? Because it could be a whole sorts of nasty stuff. He wants to figure out whether or not the factory is going to be thrown down at the front door, which is going to be the case. So once he gets that scout, it does put him at ease a little bit here. Did go for the cyber core before the Nexus as well, so I don't think that Reaper will be managing to get too much done, considering the still quite a bit of distance it has to travel. Running out that Stalker. Oh, at least one probe goes down. Might be able to get a second one here. If not three, oh boy. I don't know, just the one still. Not bad. Probekin still in the main base of Byun as well. Seems like that is why he's sending that Reaper back across. He still has the bunker here, but there's nothing nothing to really make use of the bunker. And then he salvages it, so guess that's all she wrote. Interesting. Not sure if I would call that indecisiveness or just kind of playing it differently. I wonder, like, it is peculiar to me that he kept that bunker up for so long after sending the Reaper away. Wouldn't you just want to, you know, get those minerals back as soon as possible at that point in time? I don't know. It almost seemed like he imagined gaining something from the bunker being there still. Maybe the probes were a bit more careful trying to leave the main base. Oh, regardless. Not much other kind of aggressive play coming out of Byun just quite yet. We did see the single Hellion being constructed, but from there, Byun did go into the Cyclone. And really is just using that one Hellion here as a kind of a scouting mechanism. He's got himself a fair amount of Marines, though 6, with the one Cyclone. Not that many Gateway units just quite yet. 2 Phoenix are available, but maybe Byun is planning to do a bit of a move out here. Does appear to be that way, right? Or perhaps he's just standing in the middle of the map, hoping to get lucky with a couple of Phoenix kills. Could be the case as well. Ooh, takes a while for MAXPAX to pick up the Cyclone. This is an awkward engagement right here. Does pull out some of those Stalkers away from the natural base, which means he gets one as his reinforcements almost sets up a perfect surround there for him. Yeah, well, this is delaying the third base of MAXPAX, it seems. Asking MAXPAX to throw out some Chronos onto the Robo, get an Immortal, get himself some extra Warpins. All that kind of stuff. Surprises me a little bit because of this that Byun is still sitting in this area here. Okay, yeah, he will just go for the contain. Doesn't want to engage the shield batteries, but he does not want to get that third base available for MAXPAX in any easy way. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Again, you gotta be quite careful though in those types of situations. Across the map, gets a Phoenix there. Yep, gets a Phoenix. Far away from your reinforcements. It's just a matter of time until MAXPAX does get enough of a force to just wipe the floor with whatever you have available across the map. Or is it? Or is it? Byun coming in again. Not sieging up his siege tanks just quite yet. Taking a little bit before that happens. As the siege tanks, they do not get picked off. The Phoenix did manage to lift them up in the sky, but that was not enough on its own. Didn't quite target them down. And now this is a tricky situation. MAXPAX ran out of that range and he is completely shut off of his third base once again. Phoenix harassing, reinforcing medevacs. Does cause Byun to be quite careful here. Takes the entirety of his unit set. Kind of rotates them around. Doesn't want to have just the siege tanks in the front right there. Be an easy way for some Blink Stalkers or Charge Lords or something to come in, take him out. MAXPAX here will should be able to clean this up, I imagine. Trading quite a couple of those gateway forces for it. Now it's definitely not trading out in his favor. Over double the amount of resources lost here for MAXPAX. All favoring Byun right now. He does have his own third base coming up. A bit too soon with those mules, but he, you know, he can just select them and press the return key. Or return resources key, it is, right? Oh, this is curious. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't quite go for a drop into the main base after getting spotted by those spotting pylons. Still remembers that there are in fact Phoenix on the map, so plays it a bit safe. Always appreciate that. There's the Ghost Academy. It's become more of a thing, right, from more players. I've been noticing it from Dark as well, where he puts his infestation pits all the way to the front. Now I know Zerg and Terran are two different races, but happening quite a bit. Guess it is one of those infrastructure kind of buildings that you just kind of need right now, and well, you may as well use it to SimCity, I suppose. That's what I gathered out of that one so far. Siege tanks once again picked up, but not enough there to take him down once again. Disruptor shot on the left flank. Oh, doesn't quite get it. That would have been massive. That may have actually was the one thing that could have saved MAXPAX here in this situation as the bio runs in. Yeah. Running off. Getting the scouts, seeing the regular things. It's like, oh, okay, you're doing regular stuff. Oh, that's a good thing I'm doing regular stuff. We got no Reaper, we do have the Marines, so the probe actually a bit surprised with the early arrival of a unit out of that barracks. Probably was hoping to delay that SCV quite a bit more. And he couldn't get the probe out either, so he does lose that. Has to wait now for the Adept to come in before he has anything else again on the other side of the map. Oh, I like this. Just grab a mineral piece as well. Why not? Why not? He had some time. Has to wait for that factory to load up onto the platform. Most likely will be Hellion drops, I imagine, seeing this location here. Hellion drops, and very quick ones at that. Could be a very nasty surprise if this Adept doesn't catch wind of the situation at hand. Should be able to, however, as there's only a single Marine here at the front door. Most of the Hellions still have to be created. There's no bunker here either, so these Hellions definitely are going to have to help out with the Adept. Unless if the Adept just doesn't shade in. Doesn't do much of anything. Okay, you know what? Well, I mean, it's seeing the reactor factory, so he has to take into account, alright, this could be two things. This could be Widow Mines, or this could be Hellions. And already MAXPAX realizing, you know what, let's check the right side to see whether or not there's a starport there. And, well, he didn't see the starport. It was ever so close. I don't know. I don't know how he managed to get that unlucky with this, but couldn't quite see that area right there. So, still a bit of potential here for Byun. In fact, not a drop with the Hellions. It will be a Liberator coming in. And then the Hellions coming in through the front door. A whole 6 load of them. Let's see if that goes well here for Byun. Liberator. Where are all the Phoenix? All 3 of them are about in the position for the Liberator. But going for the Hellions first. Is that a right choice? I think it will be. As those Hellions, they would have gotten a lot of kills as well. Liberator, on the other hand, already at 6 kills also. My goodness, this is that is quite a bit of a slaughtering. That is indeed a probe mass funeral. Oof. And seeing how MAXPAX has Phoenix, it's gonna be a tough time for him trying to do anything as a punishment as well across the map. He could, you know, fly across here, get a couple of kills, but there's already a Cyclone, there's Marines there. So it's a tough thing for him to already take out. He's going to have to fly around those units and then still try to get on top of those SCVs. Not much being attempted here from MAXPAX though. He's decided to play it safe, it looks like. Doesn't want to lose those Phoenix. Might be overestimating the unit count of Byun as well here, or perhaps anticipating to, you know, run into missile turrets if he goes any deeper into the base. We of course know that is not the case, but maybe that is why MAXPAX is preventing going around right now. Could also be something in the name of, you know, being able to see what Byun is sending out of his base. If there's more Hellions coming or something like that, it would be quite nice to catch those with the Phoenix. Or you know what, Widow Mine drops, of course. Also, could be a great catch. So now the defensive numbers for Byun have grown significantly. It's not a wise choice anymore to try and really fly into the mineral lines, it feels like. It's a lot of gateways. Charge being upgraded, getting the armor upgrade also. Getting as many probes as he can. And MAXPAX did have a 3rd Nexus relatively early on, right? So, oh, that's a brilliant scan. That sees all those gateways swapping in, as well as the Twilight and the Forge. What was I saying? Well, I think MAXPAX is in trouble again, guys. I think so. Well, actually, it depends. If Byun tries to move out here before he has Ghost, or a significant amount of Widow Mines, this could still turn into MAXPAX's favor, I feel like. If MAXPAX can get a good couple of warpings, some Zealots, right, with the amount of gateways he has right now, he can beat this army. As long as the Widow Mines aren't insane, he should be able to. Especially with the sentries there. Careful, don't lose the Phoenix. Doing a good job at it so far. Byun opening up the center pathway through. Zealot's counterattack coming in to the third of Byun. Just gonna start chopping up some of those SCVs. Let's see if it buys him any time. Not that much. Byun pretty decisive on his move out here. More Widow Mines coming in forwards. Phoenix dealing with most of them so far, but with the Zealots warping in on the other side, I think he may have warped in more. No, it's still just the 4 of them. Just not... doesn't have that many warp-ins available overall, it seems. Just has to hold on for now. I'm not sure if 4 extra Zealots would have made the difference here, actually. Well, he's still kind of doing it, right? Maybe they would have. Slow and steady. Those Zealots absolutely demolished the third base, so there's a bit of wiggle room here, perhaps, for MAXPAX trying to drag the Widow Mine with the Phoenix. Can't quite manage it, though. That is unfortunate. Nice micro there from Byun. Unburrowing the mine in time, as didn't want it to blow up on top of his Marines. MAXPAX already has another third base right here. Byun, his third base, did survive. It flew away. He's starting to continue the mining at this moment as well. Still on 52 workers here. Army supply 74 versus 24. This is, yeah, this is looking quite like a dominating position right now. I like the counterattacks. MAXPAX not giving in that easily. We'll be continuing onwards, but yeah, we can tell the writing's on the wall. Not much is hidden from us, the observers that can see it all. Ghost Academy is coming in. He doesn't necessarily need it anymore, but I mean, with the amount of Archons that are available, you know, you may as well. You may as well. Just definitely secure that victory that way. It's going to be a moment before that Ghost Academy is done, though, this way. This is why I'm wondering why people do this, because you have stuff like this happening. I mean, if he loses this game somehow, this Ghost Academy never being constructed, probably one of the main reasons. Now, I don't think he will, but you know what I mean. Yes, here we are, game number 3. Quite the important one. This could mean either, you know, what's still a close series, or on the verge of a 4-0, you know. If this doesn't go his way, MAXPAX going to be in that precarious 3-0 position. We'd love to see him try to get something done. Well, of course he's trying every game. That's not what I'm... Well, anyway, the Blue Protoss from Sidestorm Gaming. It is MAXPAX. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I would love to see him make some headway here at some point. So that, you know... Because right now, these two previous games, it did feel like... Well, our top left Terra and Mr. Byun from Shopify Rebellion just kind of got himself in an early lead, and then just kind of continued onwards from there. Never dropped it again, and yeah, just had it continue onwards for him. Carry that advantage through. And just came at MAXPAX with a number of units that MAXPAX was not ready to take down quite yet. There's not much else barracks as a refinery. This is a command center first. This is in fact a command center first. Now MAXPAX needs to see that this is in fact a command center first. I don't think he'll be able to really do too much to pressure it, because, you know, he's already kind of dedicated to his own nexus but after the cyber core. But we'll see, we'll see. Sometimes, you know, when people go for the command center or a nexus first, I suppose, it kind of shows the mindset of them wanting to try to get an early economic advantage. And that sometimes does translate into them trying to get a quick third base as well. Now, there's no guarantee, of course. Don't blindly just assume that this is what your opponent is going to do, but you know, in the games that I've seen, that is usually not too far a reach to make that to have that idea. Robo play from MAXPAX. Pretty interesting. Not the most common one to see, but here it is nonetheless. We have seen it from other players before. There's a couple of things you can still do with it, of course. War Prism pretty good. A couple of Immortals to bunker bust through the front. You could get a couple of adepts in with the War Prism as well. Wonder if this is in response to the command center first. Having 3 adepts out already as well. It does seem to be kind of the plan here. Trying to get out as many gateway forces as possible, as soon as possible, and then get them on top of Byun. I'm pretty sure these adepts were chronoed out as well. Now, I have no proof of that, but that's what my gut is telling me. There we go. Adepts into the natural base, shutting down the mining right now. There's no bunker here, of course, because you don't necessarily expect this amount of gateway forces to suddenly appear on top of the high ground. War Prism allowing that to happen, of course. Now, Byun, he could be in a lot of trouble here. Doesn't have that many Marines. The siege tank is on the way, but it's not even halfway done. A Viking is trying to be made as well. That could help out against that War Prism, of course. Shoot that down and stop any other reinforcements from coming in. All these units as well from escaping. But so far, I mean, Widowmine drop getting 8 kills as well. So far, is just in trouble. Siege tank, okay, does manage to gain quite a bit of space here. There's still the Stalkers in the natural base. MAXPAX is able to see all of this, of course, with his observer neatly placed above all of the army units. So that's a good boon. Both Widowmines do still get out and might be able to get a couple of probe kills here. This is not bad. That wouldn't have been too bad of a shot. There you go, 4 kills. Pretty neat. The second one gets shot down. MAXPAX has vacated the natural base of Byun here, and any advantage he would have obtained from having that earlier command center kind of feels negated now, doesn't it? Being denied access to his own second base for that long. Luckily for him, it's not all doom and gloom. He did manage to kill 13 probes in total, with the 1 medevac carrying the 2 Widowmines, so you know what, that is still something to be quite happy with. MAXPAX checking to see if there's a third base on location. This kind of would be the time. He doesn't see one, so he doesn't quite know whether or not there's something else coming. Oh wait, no, he did get a scout on it right there. Trying to do some harassment here or there, but siege tanks in, well, pretty much each position where you would like them to be. Even with the blink and the war prism. Feels like it's going to be difficult for MAXPAX to really get on top of those siege tanks here. Oh boy. Couple of needless volleys to the face there on those Stalkers. None of them died, but you know what? That is one low HP Stalker now. It's like a medevac filled with units that needed one extra Stalker shot to to be killed. And this Stalker has died, and then we know why that is. I like the siege tank setup right now. 2 siege tanks on either side. Got one in the middle. At least I think he's going to set it up in the middle just for aesthetic pleasing of the eye, isn't he? Come on, Byun. Oh, man. Nope. He's going to play it smart. Put it next to the other siege tank. Actually, that siege tank is gone right now, so... we're back to the old formation. Same old, same old. But yeah, anyway, this is a wonderful game for MAXPAX so far. At least past the 8 minutes. The best position he's found himself in so far. Definitely should be able to make a army that can indeed compete with whatever Byun is producing. We can tell that Byun hasn't really been across the map either, right? In those previous games, we saw him pretty much move out without hesitation. Here it is all just in his own base setup, trying to slowly secure his own mining areas here and keep things secure. Not always as successful as Stalkers do come in here, take out a siege tank for their troubles, and well, managed to get out of there as well. There must have been 2 siege tanks there, right? So he must have gotten 2 siege tanks. I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Anyway. A couple of Stalkers in his own pocket base right there, ready to intercept any potential medevacs. Pretty cool play, especially playing against Byun. You kind of know that drops and sort of stuff is going to be on the platter at some point in this match. Gold base starting to get taken here by MAXPAX. Could be running into a bit of trouble though if those infantry units keep moving forwards, but they won't, as the Protoss forces suddenly appear on his front door step towards his 3rd base. Interference matrix onto the Colossi. Still not enough. Byun realizes and taps out. GG. MAXPAX got in between the siege tanks and the bio infantry, and Byun unaware. Trying to make a return home. Couldn't quite make it work. Going for the quick refinery here. Into the barracks. We'll have to keep our eye out open for that. Might be going back into a bit of the play we saw in game number 1. Or if he's going to stick onto 1 gas, that could be interesting too. A little moment of worry, perhaps? Ooh, already running out of the base. We'll not see that barracks. That is just right over here. It's kind of funny that he's checking the further away locations first, it looks like. Now coming back into the main. Sees the 2nd base. Might have to send the Reaper to the probe first before he sends it out of here. Probably the preferred option. There he goes. Alright. Into a factory after that. Reactor being also built for Byun. MAXPAX, well, he seems to be going along the good old safe Protoss route. We'll have to see if that route right now will lead him onto the Stargate or the Twilight Council. Okay, it is the Twilight Council. I don't think he would do Robo here, right? Robo on the previous map just made a lot of sense because of that bucket base. Being able to get in there, really having a foothold on either side of his opponent. Felt very strong. Here, might be a whole different story. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, the micro. Okay, there we are. Now get the Stalker out. Get that Stalker out of there. There's an Adept going as well. Ooh, the bounce back with the grenade. The Reaper, he's gonna get him. Is he? No, he's not. The Stalker still lives. The Reaper's dead right now. The Adept doing a good job killing these Marines. Okay. Mr. MAXPAX. He just committed a couple of murders. Not bad of an initial trade. Does lose another probe though, unfortunately. Not necessary, but... You know what? With his Marine killing moves just now, I don't mind as much. There's a Dark Shrine coming up after all. That will solve all our troubles. As well as 2 Widow Mines in a medevac that will potentially kill quite a lot of probes. What do we got here for... Well, I guess we don't need detection necessarily. We don't have the armory, but... What do we have to really combat these Widow Mines? It's 1 Stalker at the moment. Probes are going to have to be pulled either to attack or to just run away. As Byun doesn't want to go for the 2 probe kills. He will be looking for more. Another Stalker has been warped in. Now things are going to get tricky here. The dance of the 2 boys. As okay, there they go. There are the 2 Widow Mines. Does pick both of them up still regardless. And gets himself out of there. And... he gets a scout onto the Dark Shrine, which is very big. He was already building a Raven. I'm not sure if that was on in response to seeing the Dark Shrine, as we already saw him build Ravens in the previous game as well, right? And that Raven was very close to finishing. As I looked at the production tab. Ooh, more Dark Templars into the main base. SCVs on the run. Always curious about why they never gave SCVs guns. Because they have too much equipment to carry around already, right? That would make sense, I suppose. Gotta be careful here, man. 1 interference matrix onto the War Prism as your Archon is on the low ground. Oof, oof. Oof, oof. Yeah, I think I would call it GG right then and there. Just because of how these games have been playing out. If Byun does manage to get a bit of an advantage in the early game, just has a better army at that point. He, yeah, it just doesn't look like he squanders that army. All those opportunities. Third base for MAXPAX has been established though. Looking healthy. Looking sharp. Extended thermal lance being upgraded as he is starting to get more and more Colossi on the field. Harassment. He gets 2 SCVs. of other turrets here. Into the mineral fields. Second mineral field. Wasn't anticipated just quite yet, perhaps, by MAXPAX. Struggling there. Is it gonna kill the zealot? No. Okay. 5 probes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Move out might get spotted. At least the medevacs were seen moving across the map, and that is going to be a big deal here. Stim pack just finished up. Combat shield about to finish up as well. +1. The attack for the bio units, trying to get that completed as well, but the drop is here already. Oh dear. Quite sure what to make of that. At least it pulled all the units away towards the right side. And I thought maybe this pack of marines would be able to hit the left side as that was going on, but the timing of that didn't quite work out. Now the marines are here. Might be able to open up the main base again, but I don't think so. As well, there's more than enough units already to clean out that small patch of marines. So Byun kind of settling on, you know, chipping away at the Protoss. Slowly and steadily, taking out a pylon or two. That's about it. Kind of lost more than he gained there, I would say. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. You know what? He's doing okay. Those Dark Templars getting scouted and, you know, the Raven already being in production definitely didn't help MAXPAX out here. That is a big investment for a Protoss to make after all. To not have any damage really be made with it. It's a tough position to be in. Everything else is just so delayed then. But then again, he did manage to get himself up to 3 Colossi here, so perhaps everything will be still alright for him. He's definitely not in a desperate position here, that's for sure. Still looking sharp. He's got himself a little zealot run by, as well as, well, another little zealot run by, and the War Prism available. So if Byun ever does decide to move out, hell will be unleashed upon all of his bases. Right, the third base is going to have zealots running in. This natural base is going to have zealots running in, and then the War Prism will be delivering them to the main base as well. So it might be something that Byun has to look into before he ever continues moving out. Or he's going to have to consider just kind of moving out with smaller packs of units, right? Start doing more so at the harassment style rather than the full straight up big push coming in. It's clobbering time kind of play. This could be scary. I'm not sure if I like this move out here from MAXPAX. I guess he does have disruptors. Maybe he just kind of wants to be efficient with the cooldowns from those units. Maybe he just wants to have an eye on where Byun is going with his army. Zealots, War Prisms into the main base. Missile turrets seemingly have taken care of most of it here. Great EMPs landing on top of the Archon Zealot army composition. As Byun managed to rotate around, that disruptor could get a big hit in if it... Ooh, boy, that is indeed big. A little bit unfortunate there for Byun, just barely not being able to spot that disruptor. He would have been able to pick it up for free. Instead, his army goes down for, well, a very cheap price. That is a rough moment right there. A bit of a surprise indeed, but working out well there for MAXPAX. Now going to try to capitalize on this position right here. Is he in a position to do so? He took a good fight, but that fight in no way kind of gave him the match just quite yet. We are. Disruptor shots crucial to land properly if MAXPAX wants to finish the game right now. It's not going to happen. MAXPAX is able to deny mining on the base here as well. That would be a great boon to him. So he's trying to open up these sort of pathways, trying to kind of rotate around in different areas. And seeing where he can get the most done. I don't think this is the place to be for Mr. MAXPAX, but we'll see. Big EMPs. And just with those EMPs, right, that should be enough in my opinion to be like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't go in right now. But MAXPAX is a brave boy. Quick as well, on the draw with the recall, able to prevent any damage from being dealt there. It's going to be able to take out a full medevac there. Only one remains with these forces here. Some Zealot Dark Templar. Oh no, they're not going to get the planetary. The repair is too good. But that attack also caused the main force of the Terran not to try to engage at the same time. I thought that was going to be one of the more troubling areas for MAXPAX here. Having to deal with the medevac wherever it went. I think, okay, that went down as well. I thought I saw it hiding out in the dead zone there for a while, but no longer. Anyway, where does this leave us? Well, MAXPAX definitely got himself a very solid economy. His army with the disruptors and 2 colossi does seem to be pretty okay. I think it's just going to come down to how good those disruptor shots are going to be and how good the arc of Byun is going to be. How well can he set up his units here before the engagement, and how much of a concave can he really get going here. The bigger the concave, the easier it is, of course, as well to deal with those disruptor shots when you move your army here. Oh dear. Ooh. Okay, no, he's alright. Not quite yet there for the big fight, or is it? Oh, the disruptor's moving forwards. Losing a couple of them. Neither of the players quite excited to keep the fight going there. So both backing off at the same time. Quite a precarious situation. Another batch of infantry towards the top left side could be able to, you know, deny some bases over here. Are gonna run into a big flock of zealots. EMP. Ooh, can he get it? EMP. This is a good EMP. I'm not sure. Oh, forces. Big disruptor shot number 1. Zealots cleaning up the bio force as well. Letting one of the ghosts live there very graciously. Never mind. Just toying with his emotions and mine as well. Upgrades 3-3 about to finish up here for MAXPAX, as +3 weapons is in fact quite a bit off still for Byun. Seemingly forgotten perhaps for a moment there. As his +3 armor is about to finish up. Along the same lines as the 3-3 of MAXPAX, so it could be a bit of an opening here. Will it lead into anything else? Big disruptor shot right there on the bottom side. Still getting chased down by this massive arc though. Those marauders do not mess around. Especially if you do not have a crazy amount of zealots. Apparently stuff happens here as well, I'm sorry. Something did. I'm betting it was just a big wave of zealots being sent in. This time around it's going to be Dark Templars. Those Dark Templars might in fact run into the main army of Byun. Going to be a bit careful here, have the observer in place. You know what, I don't mind having a DT blink like you do onto the planetary, onto the bio army of the Terran. Oh dear, everything just fell apart so quickly here. Oh man. You know, because if you have blink for Dark Templars in particular, you can kind of... In that situation, he could have decided to send both the Dark Templar and his main force to combat the Terran main force, rather than send the Dark Templar to try and do, you know, damage. You can send them up, set them up in a way so the bio can't actually kite anymore. And, well... I mean, if you are as good as MAXPAX, perhaps you will be able to kind of get the disruptor shots to come in at the same time. You know, 1-2 sucker punch with the Terran right there. Instead, well, seemingly the Terran army was just way more efficient at killing things than the Protoss army was, without hitting its disruptor shots, of course, and without the disrupt or the Dark Templar being there either. It was just a much stronger army there for Byun. EMP, a bit of an easier ability to hit. And a curious moment for that bit of army there for Byun. Surprised that happened that way. Byun's economy did get gutted a bit more so than I had initially thought so, though, to be fair. Looking at the supplies, you know what, MAXPAX fought it off quite nicely in the end. He's lost 2 bases, but he still got himself this one right here and this one right here on a fair amount of workers. Just to be careful not to waste too much money onto those Dark Templars, of course. You know what, gets this command center as well. Not much Byun can do about that. Don't think he's going to be able to really... Oh, well, actually, we will have a fight here. Is it going to be a good one? No, well... Oh my, that is a massive disruptor hit. Immediate GG afterwards. Oh, well done, MAXPAX. Sets up a tied series right here. Both very friendly guys. Wishing each other good luck, have fun, twice before each match almost. You know what, I'm the type of person who would do that as well, probably. And I might say it twice on each individual, in each individual case also. Zippity zappity. It's the sound the probe makes when he sees a marine that's about to kill him. I don't know where that sound is from anymore. I think it's a video game somewhere, or like a TV show, like a character, and it's like a... I don't know where it's from anymore. I hope there's like someone from Korea that doesn't quite know English well enough that he thinks that it's just a word now. He's trying to Google it, translate it, trying to figure it out. What does it mean? Alright, well, a little zealot here. Came to tumble by. Enjoying the music. Go for the Marine. Ooh, Marine, quick draw on that one. Can he get it? Couldn't get it. Well, there's a Stalker here now. Concussive Shell did just complete though, so that Stalker is gonna have to run for its dear life. Does not want to get shot even once, or else that could be absolute disaster for him. As he's going for a blink upgrade. Byun with a triple Rex. So we'll try to do some form of pressure here with those bio units, of course. We'll have to see how successful that is going to be. No third base conquest just quite yet here for MAXPAX. He is sending a stalker around the right side of the map, trying to see if there's anything hidden, anything sneaky going on around that area. This might be the probe. This might be the chosen probe to make a nexus. Must be a great honor being the probe to warp in a nexus, right? You come in just out of probe school, probe university, with great ideas, and you got all these plans to make the nexus look so much better, and then MAXPAX sends you the blueprint, and he's like, no, I want this exactly, and he's like, but what if we had towers and like a water slide? And then MAXPAX like, no, we don't want to spend any other money. We just need a nexus, alright? Okay, and here we go, moving on forwards, Stalkers. That is all the Stalkers do for the time being. Wonderful. What great casting. Oh, up he goes again. Bunker this time around, does not survive. Nice pick up, Micro. Gonna get the other one as well. I think he did. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is still a lot of bio units coming around. And that is a bit too much for MAXPAX to handle. Unfortunately for him, a lot of his Stalkers biting the dust right there. How many SCVs did he get in total? 0. He got 0 SCVs during all of that. That is ridiculous. I thought he would have gotten at least a couple. But no, he didn't. And now he is just in a world of hurt. He's lost almost twice as many minerals. He's lost... I don't even know how much more this is. This is more than tenfold, isn't it? This is like 15 times the amount of gas he's lost so far over his opponent. It is rather ridiculous on low numbers sometimes, but yeah, that's what it is. The maths don't lie. They're wrong sometimes, but they don't lie. Yeah, this could be a very quick 3-2 coming up here. And, well, so far I do like Byun's position quite a bit more so. All he has got to deal with is a war prison with 4 Stalkers in it, whereas, well, MAXPAX has to figure out a way to kill all of these Marines, all of these Marauders. Trying to depower the... Oh, yep, that worked. Depowered the shield battery. Very well spotted right there to go for that pylon. Well done. It was a little bit closer, easier to shoot. And he did it quick enough so that MAXPAX couldn't get the overcharge healing the pylon itself. Very well done. Okay, standard openings. We know this could go many ways. Still, we do have the double refinery here, again, full Byun though, so unlikely to get the triple racks. Worked out quite well the previous game, so I mean, I wouldn't have complained if he did it again. Well, he's gonna be a bit creative, get himself a factory, perhaps some early aggression here. Well, yeah, for sure, some early aggression here, as that command center is rather late. The probe, of course, having full vision of everything that's happening here. Has to kind of make a gambit, in a sense of, well, like a guess about whether Byun has made a command center over here somewhere, or if he's gone with the... Wait, did he see the double gas? No, he didn't. He didn't even see the double gas. So yeah, this is still a bit of a blank slate here for MAXPAX. He's uncertain. But seeing the... Well, yeah, no, you can't be sure. Can't be sure. It's a guess. You're just gonna have to play safe here as MAXPAX, aren't you? Get that adapt as quickly as possible across the map. Or get yourself the Oracle as quickly as possible. To get that scouting information. He might just go for Phoenix as well. We'll have to wait and see. I think both of them could be viable options in this situation. Less harassment potential though, of course, with the Phoenix. And then, if you were to go for the Oracle. A little bit of trouble. Quite a bit of trouble. Killing 3 probes right there. Disrupting some of the mining. Those were early game units though. I'm a bit surprised he went in like that. Now he's gone into a Cyclone behind this. Very interesting. Okay. It feels very reminiscent of game number 1, was it? I think it was game number 1. We'll probably start to move out again with that small batch of Marines with the Cyclones. Start claiming the area around the 3rd base. Stop that from being a thing. And then kind of work his way up the ladder from there. Right, we see the siege tanks once again in production here as well. Adept decides to take part in a bit of Terran exploring. Sees the unit composition here. We have Blink now as the next bit of attack for MAXPAX coming up. And I like MAXPAX's position here, actually. It seems to be pretty good to me. For Byun, going this early on with the double gas into the factory and such, right? He has not done enough damage. He still has his work cut out for him. Then again, he's more than double the army supply right now. So, well, there's still a bit of potential here, of course. He's still building up his production as well, so... definitely some wiggle room for him to make something happen. Should go straight to switch these over, right? Get himself some medevacs. Hardly ever see a Terran move out comfortably without medevacs. Always a sense of dread and imminent death when you don't have those little healing buses with you. Small patch of Stalkers is going to keep guard here at the front door of the Terran. Wants to figure out when this attack is exactly coming his way. And meanwhile, he's just prepping for it, right? Look at this. He's getting more gateways. He's getting +1 attack, charge upgrade. Unless if Byun moves out right now, I'm pretty sure those upgrades for the Protoss will be completed before any real fight takes place. As Byun goes for drops rather than a straight push. Maybe a bit of both. He's building a 3rd base. It's only halfway done. Only has 2 guys from gas in the main. Oh, yeah, still in fact. Well, whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Could mean a game 7 for us, though. Here he goes. For a long time. Ah, well, thank you for telling us, man. That's some nice insights there, yeah. Okay, gotta be careful. There's some zealots approaching the main base. Look at this entire army just running backwards because of these zealots. I don't know if he imagines there being disruptors or something like that. If you do, this would be always the play you have to make, right? You have to send your army moving backwards if you're not looking at it. Or you just risk being absolutely devastated by disruptors. Or you have to look back every half a second. Okay, big drop into the main base. Where is the Protoss force? It's gonna get recalled. As you know what, that was quite a successful bit of damage right there. Nicely turning around, grabbing even more of those Marines out of there. 5 probes overall, not bad. More zealot harassment though, ready to retaliate here. Making life difficult for Byun. Look at that, a couple of SCVs there, idle as well. Yeah, the economy here for Byun overall at home does seem to have dropped some corners. He's fixing it all right now, though. Except for this one. I'm not sure. I mean, he's doing alright on gas. I don't think it's too much of a hassle anymore. Probably in that early game it definitely was, because he couldn't quite get his cyclone numbers and then siege tank numbers up there as quickly as he wanted to. All the medeffects. Oh yeah. Careful, Mr. Byun. Oh. Is he doing it? There's still quite a bit of bio left. He backs up. There is, in fact, another little bit of a run by for Zealots this time around. Should be enough, actually, for Byun there to deal with it. He's now going to turn around to fight the Protoss army once again. The Protoss army not that far away after all, as it's chased him back to the third base. Running up, that is a lot of Zealots coming on through. Some Ghosts have come in. Ooh, High Templar Storm. Dropping from the Warp Prism. The EMPs couldn't quite stop all of that from happening. This is turning out to be quite a close fight indeed. Most of the Terran units are going down here. More Zealots have been warped in and 14 SCVs have gone down. That is a wonderful bit of damage there. Army supply a bit worried at the moment here for MAXPAX on his army supply. He's got a good economy though, so if he keeps this a bit prolonged and keeps this game going from this point onwards, well, that's not a good sign. He loses the War Prism. It's one of the best ways to keep the Terran from attacking you. Alright. Byun not fully aware of the overall differences in armies right now. That's giving MAXPAX time to just kind of recuperate, replenish, as he's on the full base economy. But time is ticking. Byun getting closer to the gates. Protoss has got himself some of the static defenses here. A cannon and a shield battery, but that's about it. Vikings have landed. EMPs not being utilized just quite yet. Perhaps anticipating some High Templar somewhere to appear. Or does he just not have enough energy? No, he does have enough energy. But Byun not liking his odds so far. Waiting for more reinforcements. To be fair, that is a lot of reinforcements he's bringing in, so can't say I blame him. There's some EMP landing right now onto the Archon Zealot composition as this Bio Force is just tearing on through. Moving on along. Up and down the bunny trail. I think this is... oh, it's close. It's really close. How many probes is he going to get here before MAXPAX has found out some sort of a solution? Yeah. He's sniping the Zealots. More Widow Mines, more reinforcements coming in. I think that's a bit overly ambitious from Byun. But he's going for it, man. Look at that. He kept going until he had only one Marauder left. But he managed to do the economic damage that he wanted to, right? He's now not only ahead on army supply, but also quite heavily in the lead on worker supply. MAXPAX still has all his Nexi, so that could help him out. But then again, it's going to be a tricky one for him to salvage, but he has to, right? He's on his last life. He cannot afford to fumble this one if he still wants to win the series. He needs to win this one and then just one more game. Game number 7. People say it's rare to go into game number 7 in best of 7s, and I suppose that is kind of true, but it's not that rare. Right, it happens in, I feel like, maybe 1 in 5? Something about that? Oh. Oh, that's a dead observer. 100 army supply now versus the 62. Where the mine drops are being implemented once more by Mr. Byun. Having MAXPAX scuttle around with some of his units now, making it very uncomfortable. Still has to deal with those Wither Mines that are recharging as well. He's going to have to deal with the Terran forces just rampaging in. Shield battery overcharge and working absolute wonders though. For the time being, is it going to be enough? No, it is not. There's a little bit too much. Byun takes game number 6 in his own pockets and will be able to actually win the entire series with this final match. Well played indeed. Well played indeed. MAXPAX as well. Tremendous play. Unfortunately, couldn't quite make it work here in the last couple of games.